You know about the gaming. We know shit been falling off. So this is a video about games that fell off. Simple. We'll get into that.
So within the past several years, it seems like there's been a trend of video games that drop with huge popularity and then fall off into oblivion. I've noticed that some of them seem to have a much slower decline, and then others just fall off within the first week. But yeah, so today we're gonna be taking a look at some of the huge games that had the craziest fall off within the modern era of gaming. Alright, so I'd like to point out real quick that not all these games
seen a lot of Rainbow, I ain't gonna lie.
necessarily dead. When I say fall off, that could be
Rainbow's,
referring to the gameplay,
all the way
player
back
enjoyment of the game, the hype for the game, relevancy, and a whole bunch of other things. But yeah, let's get right into it. I think we started seeing a lot of games follow this trend shortly after the popularity of Fortnite, and just the battle royale mode in general. These games completely changed the model we saw in gaming from this point on. A lot of games started to focus on the live service model. And around this time, you would start to see a lot more battle passes, item shops, and basically everything that you would find in Fortnite. But while it worked for Fortnite in most cases, it was kind of S in other games. Right after Fortnite and the other battle royale games exploded in popularity, there's a lot of these other random battle royale games that came up too. Some of them were actually kind of cool and fun to play, and the others were kind of dog shit. I feel like Apex Legends and Call of Duty Warzone were probably the only battle royale games I can think of to come out after Fortnite and still live on. But everything else pretty much got completely forgotten about. Even Call of Duty dropped its first battle royale mode called Blackout before Warzone. And that didn't last
generational.
even though the game mode itself wasn't too bad. Even some of the original battle royale games before Fortnite fell off, like H1Z1 and PUBG. But yeah, I'd say that these were some of the first games to fall off in the modern era. Another game even before that, which I completely forgot about, was Pokemon Go. I never really got into it that much.
Oh my god, that was short-lived.
I guess. I mean, it's still popping now.
If you just walked outside for a few minutes, you see an entire swarm of people who are all playing.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like yeah. You know what?
Because
it used to be huge.
It's kind of been on a bit of a roller coaster going up.
You know what it was? People didn't expect the grind. You know what I mean?
Back in 2016, 2017 era. I still know some people who play to this day. I'm pretty sure it still has a player base. So I wouldn't say it's completely dead or anything, but it definitely does seem like it fell off compared to where it was. So the next game I could think of in this timeline of games that fell off is Overwatch. I'm gonna go through this one quick also because I'm not super informed and I only played for a little bit back in the day. But after doing some research,
was that a monkey playing COD?
It fell off because Blizzard, the company in charge of the game, was getting hella greedy, and the launch of Overwatch 2 was a colossal.
Blizzard did a money
this is
spread.
Another specific case where the player count isn't necessarily dead because there's still a lot of players who play the game, but the quality definitely fell off compared to what it used to be. One thing that you can see a lot nowadays is the greed from these publisher companies like Activision and Blizzard, who completely take advantage of the people who play.
Dang, what happened to Overwatch was sad though. Literally, all we asked was for them to update the game.
Was it our shit? Was it really though?
We made it 5v5, which it didn't fit because a lot of the heroes that are in the game are not fit to be very fast paced and 5v5-esque. Also, bro, basically they only.
What happened to bro?
Like, I know everybody misses loot boxes, bro. The heroes that come out are just not it. Overwatch League died. All that, man. Sad what happened to Overwatch, I ain't gonna lie.
I kind of understand from a business point of view, but I feel like at some point you're going to get into more and more situations like this where people are eventually just going to get fed up. But yeah, if y'all know anything about Overwatch 2, feel free to add on to this in the comments.
But it's just, they made Overwatch and it was cool. Then they just stopped making shit for Overwatch for like 3 years. And then they're like, oh, guys, we've been gone for 3 years, but peep game. We have another one coming out. Overwatch 2. Oh, shit. Y'all have Overwatch 2? All right. Bet. Oh, but we're going to make it free to play.
Okay.
All right. We're going to have a battle pass. Okay. All right. I mean, Overwatch is always good with the cosmetics. So, like, yeah, that's cool. Oh, and like on top of that, we're gonna make like a PvE mode with its own custom trees and a bunch of character hero types and all that, and its missions telling the Overwatch story. So it's the campaign everybody wanted. Okay, all right. I mean, it's weird, but you know what? We're cool with that. Oh, hey guys. So we're not gonna do the PvE. Fuck that shit. Y'all motherfuckers been giving us some crap. Whoo, the bills are getting paid and then some. So we're actually gonna make the PvE just a bunch of missions with the regular characters. So, yeah. And you can't really be mad because we never really said we were going to give what we gave you. We just kind of came up with a little jibber jabber, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. But you know what? At least we're still going to get the Overwatch story. Hey guys, the Overwatch League is dying, so we're just going to end that. That's not good. But at least we still got the PvE though. Hey guys, last message. We're not doing that shit anymore. I ain't gonna lie, y'all are just giving us cash on cash. We've been listening to the Migos ever since y'all started dropping a bag on our game. So we're not gonna do nothing to that. We're just gonna update the live service game with a bunch of battle pass skins, and your guys are gonna buy it because you're sons of bitches. Anyways, bye. And then they just all left. That's exactly what happened to Overwatch, and it's sad too because they really could have been like it could have been like a titan in terms of like FPS games, but hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Greed takes all, and you know what I'm saying? They gonna see what happens.
Look what money make a bitch do, bro.
Now, similar to Overwatch, we got Call of Duty. I feel like this is one of the weirdest games on the list because pretty much everyone who plays COD will agree that the series fell off.
COD fell off.
But you know what though? I feel like it's dumb exaggerated because at the end of the day, bro, let's not pretend like COD isn't still like a titan. Like, bro, there's still the streamers are still pulling views. They're making tons of money.
But
they're
COD
still like it fell off. All right, gameplay wise, yeah, it's not the same. Like they trying to make it like this realistic shit. It's not the same.
It's not dead, but bro, you're telling me Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, the OG Modern Warfare is like it's nowhere near the same, but like yeah, like it's not dead. It's just I just don't like when people be exaggerating. Like trust me, I'm not trying to glaze COD. I think the shit's fucking ass. But at the same time, like we just exaggerating, like talking about it's dead. And it's not dead, bro. If it was dead, they wouldn't be making shit for it. There wouldn't be the shop wouldn't be 20 to 30 skins deep of like different cosmetics. It's not dead. It's just not what it used to be, man.
Yeah, like if we're talking about gameplay that fell off,
every game that comes out just gets more and more garbage. Yeah, it still has a gigantic.
You see, like
that keeps breaking records over and over. Now I'm not gonna lie here. This is honestly the players' fault. Every single game they be dropping some bullshit, and we keep getting tricked into thinking, oh, this is gonna be the game that saves COD, and then they be dropping the most horrific piece of ass we've ever played, and we eat that shit up.
I would say COD's fall off is worse than 2K. Honest opinion. Honest opinion.
The most aggressive live service schemes out there.
Yeah.
Back in Black Ops 2, you could buy an entire camo for like $2. And nowadays, some weapon skins or blueprints cost you like $30 just to use on one weapon, and it's actually wild. And as far as gameplay goes, every year it seems like it keeps getting worse and worse and more watered down every single time. I feel like the last Call of Duty game that most people agree was great was probably Black Ops 3, and that came out all the way.
Yo.
Thank you.
Yo, Black Ops 4 was goated, bro. Let's not disrespect.
Black Ops 4 was nice,
bro. It's so funny because we thought loot boxes or the supply crates, whatever it's called, was gonna be the worst of it. They just took supply crates and I was like, all right, well, I mean, if you don't want to spend $30 on supply crates, then I mean, you could just get the skin. You gonna pay, dude. Can you, bro? $40 could deadass buy you lunch for like you could get lunch for 4 days, bro. If you really wanted to, and you buying the skin on a gun, that's crazy. And the worst part is, bro.
Money, bro, you could.
But here's the thing: the worst part is on top of that, it's mostly kids too, so they don't even have a job and they don't have bills to pay. But
they swipe their mama card, bro.
But the thing, right? But what I'm saying is the problem with that is that, bro, $40 to a kid that doesn't have a job and doesn't have like they might not have responsibilities, but still that $40 is gonna take them way, bro. $40 is almost a game. Like, what are we talking about? $40 is almost a full story game. You could buy Cyberpunk for $40. You could buy Red Dead for $40. You could buy God of War. You could buy Spider-Man for $40. Like that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy that a weapon skin. We're not even talking about a character skin. A weapon skin with some bullet colors is $40. Y'all crazy, bro. You know what's crazy too? It's owned by the same people that made Overwatch, so it only makes sense.
2015. After that, there's been a few games that have split opinions.
Hopefully the next Call of Duty really like, because Black Ops never really sells, so we'll see. I'm definitely not buying it on release day though. I gotta give it up.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of on us.
I bought Modern Warfare 3 on release and I regret it.
That I wanted to mention was Minecraft.
Did Minecraft fall off? Yes.
No, it didn't, bro.
Yes.
Minecraft did not fall off.
Gang, you remember how many servers we could play, bro? Bro, it's Hypixel now. There's nothing else.
Actually, no. You know what? I'm tripping. No, you're right. I'm bugging. Minecraft did fall off. I thought he meant Minecraft's like dead. It's not dead. But yeah, you're right. It did fall. Bro, peak Minecraft. Let me tell y'all, peak Minecraft. UHC, remember the Cube SMP, bro?
Just any survival series. But bro, even it was Hypixel and it was Mineplex too. That was around for years. But like you just don't have that now. Now it's just people doing like speed runs.
It was coming, bro. Like Minecraft is such an old game. Like it's been out for a minute, and it was popping for a long ass time. So to be honest, it had its time.
I mean, I get why he put it though. He's trying to put like a you know it's a monumental game game that fell off. I agree. But yeah, it had its, like, it makes sense that it would fall. This is the only game that didn't fall off because of
it's not
anything.
it's not like another game you could make like a Minecraft 2, you know what I'm saying? Like,
actually, I want to see what he says though.
It's still one of the most popular games in the world.
Right,
And millions of people still play it every day.
Right.
But I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people mention that the game has fell off. I think what they mean by that is that the gameplay just isn't fun anymore, and I low-key completely understand. I used to be able to play for hours at a time alone or with friends. Nowadays, it's the kind of game where you hop on for a couple weeks and then you don't touch it for another year. This idea has become so common between players that people came up with the phrase the 2-week Minecraft phase. I think that this is because nowadays, once you complete everything in a short amount of time, there's nothing really much to do.
Well, that's the thing, bro. Like that's the whole point. Like, bro, like the point of I hate this narrative, bro. The whole point of Minecraft is you make your adventure. Like, that's the whole point of the game. It doesn't tell you what to do, bro. They don't tell you to fight the Ender Dragon. You don't even know that shit exists. The only time you learn about like the Nether is because you find like the little portal shit they have now, and because the game's so old, like, bro, everybody knows what the fuck the Nether is. But bro, the game, if you never played Minecraft or you ever seen it, bro, you would never know about the Nether. You would never know about the Ender Dragon. You would never know about the wings. You would never know about making farms and doing all that. Like, bro, you would never know. But when you've played it for so long and you've seen it on the internet for so long, yeah, bro, it's gonna be like, you know what to do. It just makes sense.
But what made Minecraft so peak back then was the servers, though. It wasn't just like that, making a single player world or making a world with
that
your
too,
homies, bro.
that too. But like,
right,
again, like you said, bro, like over time, it's gonna.
There's not much more you could do.
Right,
yeah,
like once you've done everything once, and then you do it again faster, and you just do it faster and faster and faster, bro. Eventually, it's gonna get to a point where you're not gonna really be looking at it like that.
After that. And every single time they're about to drop an update, it seems like we have to pick between piss and shit, and we hardly get anything. But yeah, I know this.
I mean, I don't be tapped in with that. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Alright, so this next game is a game that brings
after 1.9
back in 2020, Among Us blew up in popularity, and it was one of the most popular, if not the most popular game at the time. At its peak, the game had 438,000 concurrent players in the game playing at once. It just
Power World beat them, but
the mobile version. I think the main reason was that this was during COVID when everyone was bored and had nothing to do, and Among Us was like the perfect game for everyone at the time.
But it's like,
seemed like a game that was gonna have longevity.
It's like a little fun game. Right.
There was a bunch of updates that might have contributed to the downfall of the game, but overall there wasn't even anything crazy that happened. It just kind of started to get boring after a while. To be honest, I feel like this was inevitable because it was just a party game that was meant to
bro, like like that's what party games are.
I don't really know how it died that badly considering where it was at. This is one of the games on the list where I would definitely hope for a comeback for it, but I don't know if that day will.
Nah, not really. I don't care about that.
Game that had a very similar run.
This is a bad take.
The game had its peak popularity at about the same time, and it got huge for its simple yet fun gameplay. Unfortunately, though, this game had a steep downfall just like Among Us did. The game wasn't ever as popular as Among Us, but it still was really popular at the time, especially considering it was like.
But I still think this is a bad take. I think it's coming up now. Like I think Fall Guys is coming back.
Though is that this game actually did almost have a little comeback around June of 2022, where you can see the player count spike up a bit. I'm pretty sure this is also.
I wonder why.
Epic Games bought the game, but it didn't last.
Oh, they made it for free. They made it free.
Sitting at around a few thousand concurrent players. These two games were hella fun though.
Alright.
Fall Guys recently actually, and I still had a good time with it. So yeah, hopefully these games make a comeback.
It's a friend party game, bro. Like obviously, you know what I mean? I get it. I get it.
Splitgate, and this is probably one of my favorites on the list.
This was crazy.
Came back in
Generational fumble, bro.
It went crazy in popularity when it
it could have been.
So if y'all don't remember, Splitgate was basically
I remember this
Halo and the game Portal. It was literally just a shooter where you could shoot out portals, and it honestly was cool as hell. This game was different from a lot of modern shooters and games in general, and that this was developed by just a couple people as a damn school project, which meant they had a very humble background, and you could tell that they wanted to strive away from the corporate greed of modern day games. A lot of people recognize this, and the support for the game was huge, as a lot of players were getting tired of the modern shooters like Call of Duty. Now you might be wondering, how could a game with so much support behind it fall off? Well, Epic Games actually contacted the developers wanting to buy out, and the devs declined the offer. A lot of people were in support of this decision because it was fighting against the modern live service model everyone hated, and then the game fucking died immediately. So
this right here, chat, this is what happens when you listen to people that don't know what they're talking about. The people that played the game said, no, don't get your shit bought out. Like, don't just sell out. Don't do that. Even though they have resources that they can give you and make your game 10 times better, like visually and graphically and like mechanically. Like, don't sell the game. You hear our people, we got our boys riding behind us. Like they rock with us. And then you said no to $80 million, and then all those people that said, nah, don't do it left because, you know, it doesn't matter to them if you sell the game. So you said, nah, I'm not going to sell it. And then they walked out.
Yeah, that was
happens.
pretty much the end of the
Yo.
There was a couple updates, and they even added a level builder type thing, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
you see,
nothing
like,
saved it.
it's too late,
At some
bro.
point, they just decided to quit developing further updates.
That's
and the
sad.
servers are still live to
From
this
80
day, but
million
there's
to
only a
nothing.
couple
That's
hundred
sad,
people
bro.
play at a time. They mentioned that they were working on a new game, but I don't think we've
Nah,
heard anything about
you
it.
ain't gonna
since.
get that
It actually makes
traction.
me sad
That's sad,
thinking
bro.
about how hard this game fell off, because this game was actually one of the more fun games on the list, and it had a lot of potential.
If they had better
That was
marketing,
spooky.
maybe,
One
but
of
yeah.
the last games I wanted to mention before some of the more recent ones is Multiverses. This game was a
That
fighting game
shit
that was
fell
going
off
to
a
be the Smash
cliff.
Bros. Killer back
I
in
feel
2022.
I
Now,
feel
don't know
like it
how
was
they
a party
fumbled
game
on
too,
this
though. I
shit,
feel like
because
it's
this
another
game
one
had
of those
access to
party games.
basically every character under Warner Brothers. I mean, they had
It could've been
Shaggy,
good.
Tom and Jerry, Finn and Jake from Adventure Time, Batman, LeBron James. This game peaked at over
I'm not gonna speak on that.
150,000
We
concurrent
not-
players, and now it averages less than 100 players at a time. I couldn't tell you exactly why this game didn't stick, but a lot of people complained about lag and lack of content after the game dropped, like ranked play for
I think it was
example.
just
a
I
lack of
honestly don't
content,
think
to be
anything
True.
would have
honest.
saved this game though. I'm not sure, but this game just fell so badly. I'm not super into fighting games because I'm straight ass low key, but I figured I'd throw this one in. Now finally, we got some of the more
Is this
recent games
Fortnite?
that fell off, and there's actually been several as of lately for whatever reason. And I
Right.
feel like
Let's
this
see
might
what
be
you
where
gotta
it
say.
starts to get really controversial. So starting out, we got the new Fortnite modes that just came out, like Lego mode, Rocket Racing, and Fortnite Festival. Mainly,
Okay.
I'm talking about Lego mode because
I don't
it seems
keep
like
up
they were
with Fortnite,
really
so I don't
trying
know
to get it
about
to
that,
be a
man.
really big thing, and they actually
I
were very
mean-
successful with it at first. If you're not into the loop already, basically the Lego mode is Fortnite's own take on a survival game, and they made it
Okay.
with a bunch of Lego stuff. It actually passed even the regular Battle Royale mode's player count with over 2.4 million players.
remember that,
just
yeah.
playing the
I
Lego
remember that.
mode, while there was only 865,000 people playing the
Jesus.
regular Battle Royale.
That's still wild numbers,
Wild
but
considering
That
it was
is
just a
crazy
new mode
numbers.
inside of the game, but they were treating it as if it was an entirely new game. One reason I mention this is because they created a whole set of social media just for this mode, which indicates to me that they were planning for this to be a long-term success. It's still not dead by any means, but as of now, the player count for Lego Fortnite averages under 100k players, while the other modes are even way lower. I feel like this is kind of interesting because the Lego mode had a really positive
mean-
reception, so it's kind of surprising to me that they're not doing more for it.
I
feel
don't know
like
anything
just
about
kinda
it. I never
suffered the
played it, so I don't
survival
know.
I
games
can't
being
speak
fun
on
for
this
the
I don't know.
fans
I
and
don't
getting
know. Maybe
more for it.
it's
One
probably
thing I
just like a
noticed when I
Minecraft thing where
played
they
is it
just,
actually
you know,
did some of the
there's no-
better tools and reached the max village level. There wasn't really much to do, so there wasn't.
Okay,
a
yeah,
point playing
yeah.
anymore. Now the last
Yeah.
two games,
you see, like, it's the same shit, bro. It's like once you reach the end game, like, you have to make your own adventure. Like, that's the point. And bro, people are like, well, I don't know what to do, so they just don't. The point is, bro, you get better tools to get resources quicker and then just build whatever you want.
Yeah, you just.
Not everybody
But
wants
the
to do
thing
that.
is-
I mean, I don't want to do it either,
niggas-
but
but the thing is, like, niggas already done. Well, there's not enough content for them to like make crazy shit, probably. You know, what I'm
the
saying?
only
Like,
way
how there
around
is,
the,
like Minecraft and Ark.
the only way
and all
around that though, like to get around that, like that problem, you just have to put like shit in there to keep it like refreshing. Like
Yeah.
put I don't know, like dungeons or something that like keeps reoccurring to keep like the action part alive. But again, like that's not what it's for. It's supposed to be for people that just want to build and like, because bro, I've seen on TikTok and on Twitter, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't, there's people that make builds in Minecraft that are like hyper realistic and like there's pixel art that's still alive. Like the creative aspect of these games, like bro, they still exist. So that's what it's for. It's just now the niche is starting to become more apparent because everybody else has done left. So I mean I see it. Again, that's
I
just...
want to talk about are Lethal Company and Power World. Now I know these are going to be controversial, so let me explain. So these
damn.
games both dropped within the past few
Lethal
months,
Company,
and they
I
had
see that.
crazy peak player count. So starting out with Lethal Company, this was a game made by one dude, which hit a peak of 239,000 concurrent players at the same
Right.
time. Now this game might have low-key been one of the funnest games I've played within the past
Never
few
played it,
years.
can't
It
speak
hit
on
the
it.
I
perfect
wish I
spot
played
of
it.
mixing horror and
Can't speak
comedic
on it.
gameplay together, which was perfect for viral growth within the content creation space. I'd say
Can't
most
speak
people,
on it.
including myself, probably heard about this game through a funny TikTok clip, not even knowing what the game was about. Power World also dropped right after, and it sold over 25 million units and reached a peak player count of 2.1 million players on Steam alone. Now, even though these
Yeah.
games were both loved by their player base for the most part, especially Lethal Company, they both had a really steep fall off in player counts, losing most of their player base within the first month or so.
Bro, did you just show me 180,000 people playing a game and tell me it fell off?
Losing most
The thing
I
is,
feel
bro,
like we shouldn't count like first like 2 weeks. Like it's kind of like
Nah, but-
inflated numbers.
but
and
not
it's,
only
like,
that, okay, but not
vibe
only
is
that,
built up.
Lethal Company is a multiplayer game. That's the point. It's like, I think it's a Phasmophobia type of game where you load into a map and you have to like do something with like something horror. You know what I mean? Power World's a single player game, bro. Once you finish the game, there's nothing to do. Like I've seen the ending because I saw FaZe Jev play it. Like, bro, at the end you just beat the final boss and then that's it. The game's over. Until they add more content. So like, of course it's gonna be like it's gonna fall off. Everybody beat the game. I mean, I didn't, but you know, like.
Yeah.
But you know, like people would beat it, and the fact that it's a story game and it still concurrently has over 148K, like, dude, that's crazy.
Player base with
that's crazy fire.
So now I wouldn't consider these games.
And bro, we never thought Power World was ever gonna actually be a thing. That's crazy. They delivered.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be a
meme
game
before
it came out.
Modern era of gaming.
And they over delivered on it, bro. That's awesome. Good for them.
Similar reason, and that's because they weren't prepared for the near future of their own games. Even though these games are well received by millions of people, even at launch, pretty much all the games fail to maintain the attention of their player base. You see, I feel like the problem isn't 100% on them even. A huge part of the issue is that nowadays we're kind of all a bunch of cocoa melons and have the attention span of a fly. On top of this, the modern age of gaming allows us to have so many options to play, which can make it difficult to stick to a game for as long as we used to. Even though this is kind of our fault partially, I feel like if these games want to keep up with their player base, they need to start adapting more. So many of these games drop and become a huge success right off the rip, and then they're completely dry for several months and they lose everything. Obviously, the game being dry is going to drive their player base away, and most of these games won't be able to recover from that. I remember when Apex Legends came out, it was a huge success when they dropped, but one of the reasons I think they were able to stick, unlike most other battle royales, is that they planned way ahead of launch. Pretty much as soon as the game came out, they already released a roadmap for what was going to happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that if new games want to succeed past the launch, they need to start having content ready not just for the launch,
EA,
also
bro.
for the months following the release.
Yeah,
the closest video isn't to shit on y'all's favorite game, but mostly one just to entertain y'all, and also just to explain my thoughts on.
Yeah, no, Apex. I mean, Apex still got it. Apex still got it. Like, they're still like
Apex
giant.
up there.
It's just, but it is starting to fall off. I think now. I think now it's starting to reach like a point where it's like kind of saturated and it's just not enjoyable anymore. For sure, like 100%. It's just, I don't know.